What is passive tension? Passive tension is created in the connective tissues of the muscle. The connective tissues include the myofascial and, of course, the tendons that connect muscle to bone. Passive tension can be developed by stretching the connective tissues. The passive stretching of connective tissues allows a muscle to develop high tension beyond 160% of its resting length. This is a graph of tension length. The yellow line to the right describes the passive tension. Total tension, the green line describes the overall tension. In other words, the active plus the passive tension. Here's an example of an exercise, the lying leg curl. In this position, the muscle is at resting length, optimal length. In this range, it has the potential to develop maximal tension. At maximal contraction, active tension is reduced. Muscle tension becomes weaker as it nears complete contraction. This condition describes the left side of the tension length curve. Knee extension together with hip flexion stretches the muscle. In this stretched condition, active tension is low, but the passive tension created in the connective tissues that are stretched increases. Total tension is high thanks to an increase in passive tension. Another example in the preacher curl exercise. The length of the bicep is very short and its ability to create tension is limited in a fully flexed position. Most of the single joint muscles in our body do not stretch beyond 160% of their resting length. In other words, according to the length-tension relationships, single joint muscles are weak in the complete contraction stage and are capable of producing maximal force when slightly above their resting length. Afterwards, they weaken somewhat when they are stretched. But note that passive strength increases with strength and somewhat increases the tension, and in this way assists the active strength which has weakened. Two joint muscles can stretch beyond 160% of their resting length, and in this condition, their passive strength is high and provides most of the tension in the muscle. Single joint muscles can't stretch beyond 160% of their resting length. Therefore, their behavior differs from multiple articulated muscles. They do not reach a condition in which they create high passive tension. Note that muscle strength does not depend only on the length-tension relationship. Other factors affecting muscle strength are not described in this animation.